Hello, YouTube. Over a month ago, I found a very interesting announcement in the Russian internet. The Cosmopoisk expedition to the Kola peninsula, dates August 10 through August 22nd, 2025, is looking for professionals and hardy enthusiasts for complex field research in the area of anomalies and historical mysteries. Expedition objectives: 1. Study of the Seyd Ozero, study of geopathic zones, monitoring and recording of spatial phenomena, aerospace anomalies, tracking the condition of participants during experiments, study of the phenomenon of myriachinia, that's study of messages about trance states and their possible connection with geophysical factors, historical aspects, verification of legends, search for material evidence of the activities of the SS Research Institute in the 1930s and 1940s, verification of data from the expeditions of Barchenko, 1922, and Ivanov, 1940s, on finds possibly related to German research groups, inspection of caves, hard-to-reach areas for artifacts, traces of bases and excavations, goal analysis, geological exploration. 3. Stone labyrinths, Umba, Kandalaksha, a study of ancient spiral structures, their purpose and connection with anomalies. 4. Local anomaly, a study of a zone in Lovozersky district with reports of phenomena interpreted as spatial displacements, including the teleportation hypothesis. To participate, you need work experience in complex field expeditions, tundra, caves, autonomous, and specialization in one of the fields: geophysics, geology, history, 20th century, archaeology, biology, cave exploration, or field tourism. Priority is given to those who have the equipment and skills to work with it: ground-penetrating radars, drones, thermal imagers, spectrometers, metal detectors. Critical scientific thinking and a willingness to strictly record facts and put them to the test are required. The main priority of the expedition is to give preference to physical evidence and instrumental measurements. Any interpretation requires material confirmation and independent verification. It is important to take into account the difficult conditions of the expedition: accommodation in tents, food on a campfire, tundra, possible bad weather, insects, significant physical exertion, including hiking. It is possible to work in caves. Participants should be prepared to provide themselves with personal equipment and possible participation in the provision of general equipment. So, a few days ago, I read this from the site of the Cosmopoisk of the Northwestern District Territorial Division of the Interregional Public Organization. On August 24, 2025, the 4th Cosmopoisk expedition to the legendary Lake of the Saami, Seyd Ozero, was completed. Instrumental studies were organized, an exploration of the area was carried out, and a methodology and direction for further research were outlined. This time, the weather favored us, but the long distances, as well as the lack of cooperation with local authorities, made the research process difficult. And here's the final announcement I found in the Russian internet. The Petersburg Cosmopoisk meeting is scheduled on September 13 to September 14. Venue: Vyborg District, Leningrad region, 5 kilometers from the Kanyelyarvi railway station. The proposed Campsite is located on picturesque sandy hills near a small forest lake under a hill in the lowlands. There's a rugged sand quarry overgrown with pine trees not far from the campsite. The meeting is supposed to be open, and members of the Kosmopoisk are invited to participate. As a matter of priority, all regions. Reports are expected as part of the meeting. Mikhail Gerstein was invited to the meeting with a new topic, continuing the theme of the previous report: spiritualism, poltergeist, and ufology. Valentin Sapunov will be there with a message about his trip to Baalbek, title: A Possible Alien Spaceport. Those interested in the locations, objects, and mysteries of the places mentioned by Kosmopoisk above should see my videos about that Kola peninsula. Look, I'm a very tenacious and detailed researcher, but I'm not young anymore, and I have not been doing field research as I have in my previous years, from the tunnels of Los Angeles to Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico and so forth. I won't go into all the places I did. But those Kosmopoisk people, let's call it in brief the Russian Organization for the Study of the Paranormal. That's how I describe it. They are tenacious field researchers, and the death of their leader, Vadim Chernobrov, in 2017 has not stopped their efforts and goals. As for Mikhail Gerstein, he is the foremost and most knowledgeable Russian UFO researcher. More about Russian field research of paranormal phenomena and sites you can see in my future videos. You can see my videos, like I said, about the Kola Peninsula, about the expeditions to the area, about Arctic itself. It's a very interesting and in many ways paranormal space. You can see the images of those strange ancient labyrinths and much more, including that strange phenomena referred to as mirachenia and zombie-like state of people who have been impacted. Much more. It's fascinating. Paranormal research in Russia, the world's largest country in itself, it's full of mysteries, full of secrets, and still so much more to research. From Yakutia, from Kamchatka, Chukotka, you go west, you go north, you go south, you will discover Lake Baikal. All of it is in my channel, and more will come. So I urge you to see the videos, stay tuned, because I always bring updates about Russia and China as well, to Russian information, mostly. And I think you will not be bored watching my videos. Thank you for your attention to my work. If you like my research and support, you can do so through the links you find in the description to this video. Please like my videos. Please subscribe to my channel.